this is Anu, and today we're going to be making a game on Scratch. First, you should create your project. Now you have your project created. So we should add our sprites. Sprites are basically the characters that show up on the screen. So to add a sprite, we can press this and press choose a sprite. So I want to add a diver. I'm going to add this diver. So now that character shows up on the screen, and we can add code to make this sprite do something. So we don't need this cat, so we can delete that sprite. Now let's add another sprite. I want to add a crystal or a gem. Sprites can have different costumes. For the diver, there's only one costume, but for the crystal, there are two different costumes. This crystal and this crystal, so you can pick which crystal you want for your game. So I'm gonna pick the first one so I can delete the second one. Now let's make the sprites a bit bigger. I want to make this crystal bigger because it might be hard to spot it on the screen. So I can do that by selecting the crystal and then making it bigger. So then it's a big crystal. I can also make the diver a bit bigger as well. Now let's add a backdrop. You can do this by going to this bar and pressing choose a backdrop. I want to use an underwater scene. So you can pick which one you want. I'm going to pick this one. So now the diver and the crystal, or the sprites, are in this underwater scene. Now let's add some code. So we can start with the diver, and I want the diver to follow my mouse pointer. So what I can do is go to events, get one flag clicked, and then go to motion, and go to, it says random position, but I want to change that to mouse pointer. So it went to my mouse pointer, but I wanted to stay with my mouse pointer, like move with it. So what I'm gonna do is go to the control and then get a loop, forever loop. So now it will move with my mouse pointer, which is kind of cool. Now let's add some code for the crystal. So we want it to go to a random position when the flag is clicked. So we can go to motion and go to, and so it already says random position, so that's great. So when we click the flag, the crystal went to a random position, which is what we want. And we want the crystal to be collected when we click on it. So what we can do is go to events, then get when the sprite clicked. So when the sprite is clicked, we can add code below to make something happen. So when the sprite is clicked, we want it to go to another random position. Okay, so now we can test this out. Let's make it full screen and press the green flag. Okay, so I clicked on the crystal and it's not working. So let's figure this out. So that's because the diver, when I click, then I'm actually clicking on the diver because it's going where my mouse is going, my cursor is going. So what I want to do is make the diver go just above the cursor. So I can select the diver in the costumes, and then there's this like blue plus button, so you can just drag that upward a bit. So now let's test again. Just press save before because you don't want to lose your work. So you can make it full screen, press the green flag. So now it works. Yay! That is amazing. Now let's add something else. for the crystal, it looks like you're collecting the same crystal over and over and over again. So that might get a bit boring. So something that you can do is change the color of the crystal each time. You could do this by adding multiple costumes with different colors, but that would be really hard to make so many costumes. And there's a much easier way to do this. So you can go to the looks category and go to change color effect by. At the beginning, you want to set the color effect to 0 because you don't, yeah. So now when we try this, it will be a different color each time, which is really cool. And it's like you're collecting different crystals every time. So about the color effects, you can also change the color of your diver. Of course, you can do that by going to the costumes and changing the fill, but you can also do that using the color effects. So how to do it with the color effects is you count how many times you have to press the color effects button. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this was my desired color, then I pressed it 5 times so I could get a loop and then change it to 5. But first I have to change the color effects to 0. So I could just do that at the beginning. So now when the flag is clicked, the diver is that color. You go to the costumes and you can pick a color that you like. So let's say I was to pick pink. And then I could change the colors of the diver, to be that color. This is much more customizable than the color effect because you can actually pick which colors are which. So now our game is getting along really well. So now the diver is the color I picked. So this game would basically go on forever. But if you don't want it to go on forever and you want to have a specific number of crystals, then here's a way that you can do it. So in the code, there is something called a variable. So variables are basically something that keeps track of something. And I would want to make a variable. So this variable would be crystals collected. So that would keep track of how many crystals that you've collected. So now I have that variable and it shows up right here. So what I want to do is each time you collect a crystal, then this variable should increase by 1. So what I can do is use the change variable by 1. So what I can do is put it in here. So when the sprite is clicked, the variable changes by 1. So now, but at the beginning, I want to set that variable to 0 because I don't want it to be like from the last time I played it. So now, if you collect a crystal, then that will go to 1. Collect another one, it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so basically that's it. And if we want to have a specific number of crystals collected, and after the diver has collected 10 crystals, then the game can end. So we should make an ending backdrop. So what we should do is go to the backdrops thing, and we can make a copy of this backdrop, and then we can add stuff to it that will look cool. And you can say like, well done, or you completed the challenge. or it's your choice. If I wanted to add a fish, maybe or an underwater creature, to this backdrop, then what I could do is get a new sprite, and I want a fish, so I can search that. And now I have a new sprite, and there's fish A, fish B, fish C, and fish D. So what I can do is copy fish A with Command C or Control C, and then I can go to the backdrop, make sure it's the right one and not the first backdrop, but the second one, and then you can paste the fish. So for copy and paste, you can use Control C and Control V, or you can use these buttons right here. That would be easier. And I can also add the other fish to my backdrop. And if I want them to be facing a different direction, I can press flip horizontal, and now it looks like that. And just to avoid confusion, I can hide this one, so I'll only see the stuff that are in the backdrop. So this is what my backdrop looks like now. So I added well done, I added two fish and an octopus. So I don't need this fish sprite anymore, so I can delete that. Well, we don't want to show when the game starts. So in the backdrop's code, I want to do event and press when flag clicked. I want the backdrop, so switch backdrop to underwater 1, which does not, so it'll switch the backdrop to that. So, I'm just gonna use the crystal for this one. So, when the variable is 10 is equal to 10, then I want the game to finish. So basically, when you collect 10 crystals, the game is over. So what I can do for that is I can drag one of these out, crystals collected, and I can go to operators, and I can take out one of these. So I have to change this to 10, and then I can put crystals collected into there. So crystals collected equals to 10. So when it equals to 10, I want something to happen. So how I do that is go to Control, then block, and I can drag this into that block. Okay, so now we can add some code in here, and when crystal is collected equals to 10, then that code will happen. So when the crystals collected equals to 10, I want the crystal to disappear because there aren't any more crystals to collect. So I can get this to hide. And that means when the flag clicked, I want this to show. But when the crystals collected equals to 10, then the crystal can hide. And then we can make the backdrop change to the well done backdrop. So how we can do that is go to switch backdrop to underwater 2. Okay, so I tested this out a few times, and it turns out that this thing has to actually go before what happens when the sprite is clicked. Otherwise, the game will keep on going. And we can add some more code inside of here. So then we should be able to hide this crystals collected variable. So what we should do is go to the variables and then do hide variable, which means that we have to show variable when the flag is clicked, or otherwise it might not show up. Okay, so now we can add a few sounds. We can go to the sound thing, and there's a lot of sounds that you can add. So when the crystal is collected, we can add a specific sound. So right here, there's a collect sound, so let's listen to that. That's what it sounds like. So we could probably add that when the sprite is clicked. Plays the sound collect until done. Wait, maybe that's another one. Start sound collect. Wait, what happened? So you can actually add any sounds you want. So even though this is collect, that doesn't mean that you have to use the collect. So to pick a different sound, you can go to the sounds tab and you can choose a sound, or you can record sounds, or you can even upload a sound. So the sound I picked was the zoop sound, which sounds like this. So what I can do is put that in, but it has to be start sound zoop so that everything else will happen while that's happening. So then if I press the green flag, when I press it, then okay. So another sound effect that we can add is at the end, there can be a clapping noise. So you can go to sounds and you can choose a sound. And I'm gonna search clapping. And let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so that's pretty good. And so what I'm gonna do is click on that and add that to the code. So when the crystals collected equals 10, then I'm going to start sound clapping. And then that will happen. So save your game because you worked so hard, so don't risk your work getting deleted. So now let's test out the game. It's really exciting, so let's start it. And you can press the green flag. So and then it seems like the fish and the octopus are applauding you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed creating this game. See you later. Bye!